You can eat a pristine diet, exercise daily, and hit all your macronutrient targets. But beneath that polished surface, your cells might be hoarding biological waste, piling up microscopic sludge until they begin to rot from the inside. To prevent this, the human body evolved a rigorous internal waste management protocol. It's called autophagy. This is a microscopic salvage operation where specialized cleanup crews hunt down damaged proteins, encase them, and dissolve them back into usable energy. The mechanics of this self-cleaning system are so vital to human biology that discovering how they work earned the 2016 Nobel Prize in Medicine. We often equate longevity with the fuel we put into our bodies, but long-term health depends heavily on whether your internal machinery is actively running to clear the exhaust left behind. The problem lies in our modern environment. By keeping our bodies constantly fed from morning until late at night, we have inadvertently jammed this self-cleaning system in the off position. Without any metabolic downtime, the biological trash has nowhere to go. Oxidized proteins clump together, worn-out organelles like mitochondria fail and are left to decay in the cell cytoplasm. This creates a toxic environment known as cellular gridlock. The accumulated debris directly triggers chronic inflammation, degrades tissue resilience, and accelerates the aging process across the entire body. To reverse this, we have to look at the exact molecular glitch forcing this system to fail and pinpoint how our daily eating habits are triggering it. The primary suspect in this biological audit is the body's master nutrient sensor, a protein complex known as mTOR-C1. This diagram shows the pathways controlled by mTOR-C1. It acts as an industrial lever, dictating cellular behavior based on food availability. When nutrients are abundant, it forces the cell into anabolism, continuous growth. Simultaneously, it throws a roadblock against catabolism, bringing autophagy to a halt. A cell cannot run its deep cleaning protocols while it is being chemically ordered to build and divide. A diet that lacks fasting windows forces the cellular factory to run non-stop without ever pausing for maintenance. We can see this structural blockade on the cellular level. Constant grazing keeps mTOR-1 permanently anchored and hyperactive on the surface of the lysosomes, the exact structures the cell uses as its internal waste bins. From this position, the hyperactive mTOR-1 complex executes a specific act of biochemical sabotage. It directly attacks the very machinery required to start autophagy, an initiation complex known as ULK1. Active mTOR-1 places a chemical roadblock, a phosphate group, directly onto the ULK1 complex. This creates a physical barrier, severing the connection between ULK1 and the energy sensors that would normally deploy the cleanup crews. Because of this single molecular barrier, the cellular night shift never clocks in. The human body remains trapped in a state of incomplete digestion, leaving toxic waste to pile up indefinitely. Without autophagy, the cellular gridlock reaches a breaking point. Failing mitochondria accumulate and fester, producing highly reactive oxygen species until their outer membranes finally rupture. This rupture spills double-stranded mitochondrial DNA directly into the cell's cytoplasm. The body interprets this misplaced DNA as a pathogen, triggering an immune alarm called the C-gas sting cascade. This drives a systemic low-grade inflammatory state known as inflammaging. To stop this cascade, popular wellness trends often prescribe aggressive, unmonitored starvation or severe protein restriction. But forcing the system violently in the opposite direction is highly dangerous. This chart visualizes epidemiological data on extreme muscle loss, known as sarcopenia. Stripping the body of protein to chase autophagy degrades skeletal muscle, doubling the hazard ratio for all-cause mortality. A permanently suppressed mTOR switch is just as deadly as a jammed one. The solution is not to destroy your muscle tissue through chronic starvation. True metabolic health requires restoring the natural, evolutionary oscillation between growth and repair. The biological blueprint for unjamming the system relies on a principle called temporal compartmentalization. In practice, this means structuring your day to include a 14 to 16-hour fasting window. During this specific time frame, circulating insulin and amino acid levels are finally allowed to drop back to their baseline. This graph models the 24-hour cycle. As the nutrient curve falls, the mTOR-1 lever deactivates, lifting the roadblock on ULK1 cleanup crews. This creates a biological sweet spot, allowing self-cleaning to clear mitochondrial sludge without causing severe tissue destruction. To maintain high-performance biology, you cannot keep your engines running constantly. You must intentionally close the metabolic factory every day, letting the cleaners do their work, so the system is ready to rebuild tomorrow.